Okay, so this is it. We're on our way to the clinic. It's been 1 month of planning, and I'm looking forward to a clinic that is going to be productive and fun for the kids. As a child, one of the most vivid memories I have young growing up is being in a church and looking at the drummer during services and air drumming along. And it was at that time that I probably thought, man, this is something that I really want to do one day, and would never have thought 31 years later that drumming is what I do. It's not just my profession, it's something that I love to do, and I've been fortunate enough to do something I love for my whole life. And as a result of that, I'm a believer that things that you get exposed to as a young child can shape your entire destiny and your world. This brought about the idea of inspiring drumming. The idea was, why not inspire kids who don't know drums or who would never be able to play drums? Similar to the situation I was in as a kid, why not bring them that gift and give them that opportunity? The kids are coming from families that don't really have a lot, and I want to be able to give them drumsticks so that they have something not just to take home with, but something to remind them about drumming, about how much fun music can be, and something that will spark their memory or their interest maybe to practice at home. Kids loved the sticks, and so you could just see how happy they were about the different colors, the different choices. The idea with the clinic, when I first thought about how can I go about doing this, was to, try to pull out all the stops and make it, get all this gear and bring all this interesting stuff so the kids would be overwhelmed almost like with how cool it is. But I realized this wouldn't be practical because they don't have that stuff. So I took a step back and reevaluated how to do a clinic, keeping in mind that the target audience do not have drums, but might really love drums and could go on to be good drummers if motivated correctly. So in the clinic, I focused on 5 aspects. First is the grip. Get them to hold the drumsticks correctly and train the muscle memory in the hands. The second was the rudiments, just so that they have a basic understanding of the fundamentals and they can already be working on fundamentals that apply to anything that they might ever do on the drums. The coordination, which is the challenge of drums, is really the coordination, I think. And then hone their ears so that they learn to hear the drums and understand if they heard the drum doing something, what would that mean on the drum set? How could they replicate and how could they play that on the drums? When you listen to that, which rhythm do you think he played? And the last thing was reading. Many times notes is a factor for fear and intimidation, and the earlier that people are exposed to notes, the better off they are. I want the kids to realize that God has plans for them, regardless of where they're from, their social status, what their parents do, what they feel like they can do in life. It really doesn't matter, because one moment, one day could change an entire life. And music changed my life. Music could very well change some of the lives that were there that day. It's encouraging to hear the feedback that not only they like the clinic, but they learn stuff, which was important to me. I don't want them to just be inspired to play, but I want them to actually have something tangible that they can go home with and that they know, hey, if I do this, I can get better at this. And one day I could actually do this. I could really be a drummer if I wanted to be, and they could. And that's part of the whole experience, is just to open up the avenue of dreaming and realizing that you could have a destiny beyond possibly anything you've ever imagined or anything that anyone has ever told you could be. The exciting thing is, really, I have no idea of what the final impact of the clinic is, because for all we know, the next Buddy Rich or Steve Gadd could have been in the room.